We designated the course time maximum was 2 minutes and 45 seconds to do one lap. And doing so, it was a clean, smooth run because we keep smooth as fast. Okay? Each cone is worth 5 additional seconds. We also refer to them as pedestrians, so we don't want to hit any cones. For second place with a time of 2 minutes and 24 seconds, could I please have Officer Daniel Lyon from the Milton Police Department and Officer Jim Connor from the Puyallup Tribal Police Department come forward. On the first day of class during EVOC, I asked, who's the best driver in the class? And there's always one person that raises their hand and says, I am. And invariably, that person is not the best driver. Unfortunately, this year, with a time of 2 minutes and 19 seconds, he called it from the Port Orchard Police Department, Officer Dustin McClure. We're going to move on to firearms. It's not uncommon for the recruits to attend the academy and never having shot a firearm before. This was certainly not the case with this class, who displayed excellent marksmanship and during our firearms course. The final qualification course consisted of a maximum of 500 points. In third place, with a score of 448, or 89.6%, from the Milton Police Department, Officer Daniel Lyon. In second place with a score of 454, or 90.8%, from the Paulsville Police Department, Officer Joshua Krebs. And our top shooter from the class with a score of 462, or 92.4%, from the Puyallup Tribal Police Department, Officer Jim Connor. We'll now move on to academics. During the course of the academy, these recruits took a total of 13 written score tests and numerous practical examinations. We have a strong history in our academy of having the leading scores in the state, and this year was no exception. Overall, in third place with a score of 94.7%, from the Port Orchard Police Department, Officer Dustin McClure. And it gets better. In second place with an overall score of 96.2%, from the Paulsville Police Department, Officer Joshua Krebs. And our top academic performer with a score of 97.2%, from the Sammamish Police Department, Officer Matthew Siebold. And if I could, just real quickly, Officer Siebold could not be with us today. His job required him to set many responsibilities aside. One of those was a trip to China, which he should be in by now. He left Thursday night as soon as the last class was done. So Thursday night we had our own presentation for Officer Siebold, and just a remarkable job on his life. The next award is the Best Partner Award, and this award is voted on by their peers, by their classmates themselves. I asked them to imagine the most horrible call they could go on, that their safety was in jeopardy and they needed priority backup. Who would they want to come help them? I also threw on the caveat of who helps on a day in and day out basis, is a mentor for the class, and just overall the best partner. We had several people that were voted for this award, which tells me that there's numerous good people within this class. Normally there's a clear-cut winner. This year it was kind of spread out. But for the Best Partner Award, voted on by their peers, from the Puyallup Tribal Police Department, Officer Jim Connor.
Yeah.
Each year, we also challenge the class to do some extra physical challenges while they attend our academy. We establish a goal in 3 separate areas, and we challenge them on extra aerobic activity, which is 15,000 minutes, 10,000 push-ups, and 140 miles of running. Everyone in the class participated, but only a few reached this goal. And I'd like to recognize a few of those people right now. What we've done is we've created a certificate and we've placed it in with a regular diploma, and so they'll see those later. But if we could just recognize for the 1,500 minutes, excuse me, not 15,000, let's sweat it a bunch. 1,500 minutes of aerobic activity from the Bonnie Lake Police Department. If you could just please stand, Justin Paulson. From Tacoma Schools, Officer Jessica Perry. And from the Algona Police Department, Officer Corey Fennell. The 140-mile club. We have one person, and from the Bonnie Lake Police Department, Officer Justin Paulson. Push-ups, 10,000 push-ups. You see from the video, they did them every single day that they were in class. But we had several members that met this requirement. From the Lakewood Police Department, Officer Wilfredo Ayuso. From the King County Sheriff's Department, Fire Investigator Stephen Crown. From the Pierce County Sheriff's Department, Deputy David Fuller. From the Port Orchard Police Department, Officer Josiah Gatz. Also from Port Orchard, Officer Dustin McClure. And the trifecta from the Bonnie Lake Police Department, Officer Dustin Ball. Thank you. Also would like to recognize our class president. On the very first day, the Academy succeeds or fails based on who we select for the class president. Now we tell them there's a voting process, and we want them to vote who they believe should be the class president. Little did they know, after we watched their autobiographies and watched them interact in class, we as Academy staff voted Mr. McClure in as class president before he realized it. Fortunately for this situation, the class also voted for him, so it was a win-win situation. So I'd like Mr. McClure, if you could come up for just a moment. I often relied on this gentleman for the day-in and day-out events of the class. And you can think with any Academy class, there's going to be a few hiccups along the way, but there truly wasn't. This is one of the best classes that I've ever been associated with, and I think that's a direct reflection of Ms. McClure. We are going to have a presentation of the certificates now, and feel free, don't remain in your seats. If you want to take some photos, this is a great time to come forward and take them as your loved ones are receiving their certificate. Presenting the certificate from the Algona Police Department.